Have you ever spent so much time playing a video game that you start to wonder why this video game is so good that you just want to start creating art for it? It took me about 5 years to finally play Red Dead Redemption, and I completely love this game. After finishing it, I started to wonder, I'm a graphic designer, why don't I make a poster following the art direction of this game? And this is my Red Dead Redemption 2 poster design. Enjoy. So for this first step, I'm going to be creating a new canvas. This canvas is going to be 8 inches by 11.5 inches. If you use that system, if you use pixels on Photoshop, it's going to be 2400 width by 3450 height. Press OK. And after all of my research on which photos I wanted to use for this poster, I found out that these photos are the main ones that I want to use. So I already made a separate file with all of the resources here. Let's go back to our main poster file and let's start building our system here. If you've been following this channel long enough, you already know how I like to order my design system. So I'm going to start building just small squares over here. Let me see, there's no outline, so that's perfect for me. Duplicate this one around here, bring it around here. So over here is going to be the title, main photo, and keep building from there. Over here, second photo. Let's lower this one just a tiny bit. And on the background, I want to use another photo, but obviously going to be using any system on that one since it's gonna cover the whole page. So over here we already have our title, the main photo, and secondary photo. Let's start building. Let's say this is going to be our title. Let's bring it up around here. Let's get rid of the R. Masking, using the masking system. If you don't know how to use a masking system, all you have to do is press on the layer that you want to mask with Control right click. You see that it turns into those cut lines, and after that you just click this button and it will create a new masking. But I already created mine, so there's no point of using it right now. Let's get rid of that. We already have our title. Let's use our main photo. Let's bring Arthur right here. Let's see if Photoshop does a good work trying to remove the background with this photo. And we press remove background. It did a pretty good job and it literally masked the photo. Let's try to make it a little bigger, and let's use the US flag, which is going to be our background. From horizontal, let's move it vertical. Pretty good. Let's move it to the back, and you guys can already start getting an idea of the art direction that I'm going to be moving to. Secondary photo is going to be over here, but it's going to be in front of Arthur. Around there, that looks pretty good. My photo is going to be this one. So let's bring it to the front entirely, and then this one can bring it right over here. And trust me, these two photos are going to make sense in a second. I just need them to be aligned here for now. Let's go ahead and start designing. So over here we can delete this. We can delete all of our layout, if we can call it like that. But let's make the color more vivid instead of this kind of pale one. This one we can convert it into our smart object because we're not gonna be using it right now. Let's copy this kind of red. It's more vivid, and follow the art direction of the art style of the game. Let's keep it genuine to the game. Let's go ahead and start building with the American flag. Let's go to filter gallery, and for the art direction I'm going to be using stamp effect plus the grain one. Can start building. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Looks very nice. But one edit that I forgot is to convert it into a smart object, so we can still edit it after we already have it. Let's convert it into a smart object. Go to filter gallery again, and now we can start editing however we want. See it okay? That looks perfect for me. And with Arthur, I think we can also hide half of his body, since we're not gonna be using the bottom part, as if he was hidden behind the flag. Now we can press X. So over here we change the colors. Color white will bring back the picture. Color black will erase it. Press X. bring the white and let's start to mask it around the flag. It doesn't really matter. We miss a little after we added the effects. It will all come together. Let's bring back these little details. Let's click on Arthur. For now we can block the flag. Bring that down, bring that down. Let's click on Arthur. He's looking great. Let's convert him into a smart objects filter gallery. Let's zoom out and start working on him. See it okay? And you guys can see the art direction that I'm going to be following. Let's go ahead and hide that. Let's bring the main photo around here, around there. The step that I was saying that it'll make sense in a second is because I want Sadie Adler to be part of the main design. So we can go ahead and try to get her. And her gone. Let's make sure that that's pretty much all of her. Instead of delete all of the background, we can go ahead and press Ctrl J, so we only keep her. Let's get her, flip horizontal, and try to match with him as close as possible. That looks close enough, and try to bring some sort of grid over here. That was pretty good, pretty close. Let's mask her following the same method. And let's try to delete as much as possible of the background. When I match it pretty good, I can go ahead and press on the photo and try to use the patch tool for him and try to see where he looks the best, and we can start little by little. That looks pretty good to me. Let's delete the other one that we're not gonna be using. She looks good, but maybe these harsh lines, let's try to get rid of them. Pretty good. Let's merge both of the photos. Let's get rid of our grid. So we can go ahead and press on filter gallery and try to match our aesthetic. That looks perfect to me. And over here, since we can really see where the photo ends, we can mask this photo and delete these objects. That looks fine to me. And over here we can go ahead and try to use this lasso tool, paint around here. Let's make a new layer so we can paint this area black so it looks all combined. That looks great to me. And for the flag, now we can unlock the flag. Let's mask it and delete these objects. That's perfect. That looks pretty good. That looks perfect to me. So we got flag. Let's start naming all layers. Flag, title, the main photo, second. These two are going together, so I'm not gonna be naming this. We can go ahead and delete the background if we want, but I'm not going to, so I'll lock it right here just in case we need it later. That looks pretty good. Let's now press on the map. Let's bring it here and let's bring it over here. That looks perfect. Here, let's go ahead and also make it converting to a smart object filter gallery, just as same as all of the others. We got it right here. From this one we can go ahead and delete all the white. We don't need the white parts. Let's convert into a smart object again so we can start edit it around here. Let's mask it and get rid of these parts that are blurry. Right, if we don't see any more blurry parts on the bottom, we can increase the size of our brush and try to delete the ones that are on the upper part of the poster. Since any part clamping on Arthur, Let's try to zoom in and try to have a glance if we can be able to see any of the blurry parts around him, but I don't see any. So we zoom out and start having a look of the poster. That looks pretty neat to me. We can go ahead and start and once I have the main idea, I can start building the entire poster, the post-production and whatnot. So what I want to do, I want to bring the title up to the front. I create a grid map, but even though it's a grid map, I'm not going to be using more than 2 colors, but pretty much one, because the black part I want it to be black, but all of the white parts I want it to be red. So we have that. We can leave it like that, or we can bring it down and convert it to white. That's good. But over here you see that both the flag and the title clamp with each other. So on the title we can have a stroke. I'm going to be using the outside position and add 13 pixels, so you can see where the logo ends and where the flag starts, and vice versa. But I wanted to bring it a tiny bit up so it'll matches, and check that it's centered. That looks good. All of this looks really good. And one resource that I did not add it to the main one was this paper effect. You can go ahead and move it around here. Let's go to filter gallery, zoom out, and start seeing how can we incorporate this paper into our design. But this one I think I want it soft, so it has more effect in it. That's great. Let's invert it, try to match it as close as possible, but I don't think that's going to be possible right now. So we're going to be using this effect with a grid of 3x3, and let's try to match it as real close as possible. That looks very close. Let's see, I think over there it's not up to the edge, so I bring it to the edge. Let's see on the other end. That one looks perfect, but I can see that the flag is not close to the edge either. So let's try to do that and see this part. Still looks good. Let's see if the background or second photo, that looks perfect too. The paper effect looks great. It matches the flag effect. Everything looks good. And now the last part will be start bringing textures. Grid paper. That can be underneath the title. It's just title blue, main photo red, and flag maybe green. So over there we got our 3 main layers. Let's start bringing textures. This is the main textures that I want to be using. But as you can see, it's super grainy right now. Let's bring the opacity down to about 25. And you can see the effects, but not really once you zoom out. As you can see, that was before and after. Texture, that's going to be our main one. The other one we can press on the underneath layer, so the new layer will be on top of the gradient map but underneath the texture. But gradient map, let's leave it at gradient map, not gradient map 1. Let's delete the masking because we're not going to be using that. Let's block it, still press here. Let's use this crack texture and delete all of the white in it. It's converting to a smart object, so I get rid of all of the white, and now we can start painting cracks alone. It's turning to black. As you can see, that's the effect of the crack. It gives the design a better look. Let's use one more, texture 2, and this is going to be the last texture that I'm going to be adding. I like the way that some part is completely the poster, other parts it's just the texture. And see, we got this texture right there. We can go ahead and try to see which layers we're not going to be using, but so far every single layer has a purpose. Let's unlock this one, texture number 3. I like everything, block them. See, let's try to see. That's the poster on white, that's the poster on red, and I think we can call it a poster. Try to zoom in a little, and this is the poster I made after playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I hope you like this content, guys. If this video was helpful for you and you enjoy it, please let me know down in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.